Hello leaders, and welcome to a new episode of the Environmental Leadership Series. In this episode, we'll be talking about communications basics, how you can spread your message to the world. Speak up to be heard. As author James Hume once said, the art of communication is the language of leadership. Every one of us communicates every day to get our ideas out, explain them to others, and make a point about them. Today, we'll learn about the basics of communication for your campaign. The who, what, when, where, why, and how of communication. Before we get into the specifics of communication, we must be able to answer the following questions. Who are you planning to communicate to? Your audience. What will you say? Your key message. When will you communicate your message? Your timeline. Where will you communicate your message? Your communications mix. Why will you communicate your message? Your objective. How will you communicate your message? Your promotion. Audience. Defining who your audience is will be crucial to your key message success. Just as you had to be clear on defining your campaign audience, you must be able to identify specific groups of people in your community to target. Make sure to identify a primary audience, those who you want to target directly, and a secondary audience, those who you may wish to indirectly target. For example, if your campaign centers on solar panel installation, your primary audience might be home and business owners, and your secondary audience might be property managers and government officials. Key message. Your key message is the main point of your communications campaign, which is distilled down to a paragraph or less of information. Using the previous solar panel example, here is a mock key message for your primary audience. 1. Solar panels offer tax incentives. 2. Solar panels create local jobs. 3. Solar panels are a cheaper energy alternative. Your key message must be clear, specific, and detailed. Timeline. Timeline is simply put the logistical framework for your campaign. You'll need to have one in order to remain on task and deliver some result for your team and your followers. When you create a timeline, you must identify how and when the moving parts of your communications campaign will go out to your community. Going back to the solar panel example, you could say that you will run this solar panel campaign for 6 months. During that time, you will allocate your budget funds to run ads, send out volunteers door to door, and consult potential solar panel clients. Communications mix. The communications mix is nothing other than a concise list of the places where you want your message to be heard. Where will you run your ads? On Facebook? In your local newspaper? Wherever you wish to take your campaign, make sure you identify several places where you can spread your message so you can gain maximum reach on your budget and time constraints. Objective. Obviously, every campaign needs goals and objectives, but you must also establish an objective or multiple objectives for your communications campaign. Returning to our solar panel example, your objectives could look like 1. Get 50 homeowners or businesses to install solar panels. 2. Reach 1,000 homeowners or businesses through volunteers. 3. Reach 10,000 homeowners or businesses through ads. 4. Raise awareness of solar panel incentives in your community. Promotion. Finally, you'll need to be able to make your voice heard and deliver your message effectively. You must identify how you and your team will get the message out. What are the key methods of reaching your audience? Door-to-door campaigning, social media groups. However you get your message out, you must be able to adapt your campaign as you go along. Is sending flyers out to local coffee shops not working for your campaign? Keep a close eye on analytics throughout the whole campaign process. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. There will be new videos every Wednesday. And as always, go out and be great leaders.